Hello there. Extremely delighted to be in touch with you all today. Today posting is about our mind. How much we know about our mind. More we know about the mind and if we have knowledge about the functioning of the mind, better will be our life. Manameva karanam bandha mokshayoho. Mind is the only cause of our happiness and our sorrow. Nothing else. The successful people and the happy people, they know more about the mind and the functioning of the mind. Because of the knowledge, they have become successful and happy. So today we are going to share about that. Let us use some technical terms. First is Jnanendriya. Jnana Indriya. Indriya is organ, sense organs. Jnanendriya is sense organ. That is a Jnana means information, knowledge. We receive knowledge through the sense organs. What are the sense organs? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. They are all input devices. We get all the input through these organs, Jnanendriyas. Then Karmendriyas, organs of actions. We do actions. What are they? Hands, legs, organs of speech, reproductory organs, excretory organs. These are all Karmendriya. One thing I am going to tell you, which you may not be able to appreciate it immediately, is the sense organs are not under the control of the doer. Our ego, the doer, if you consider our ego is the doer, the sense organs are not under our control. In Sanskrit, it is known as Vastu Tantram. It is not Kartru Tantram. Kartru Tantram means it is under control. It is based on the sense objects presented before them. If I give you an example, you will appreciate it. Now you are listening to me, right? So whether you like it or not, the sound goes into your ears and you listen to the sound. You listen to the words, right? Suppose you are having examination, final examination, and your neighbor is playing music in a very loud voice. You are instructing your ears not to hear that sound. Is it possible? Will your ears obey to you? So it is not under control. That's what I mean to say, that they are not in your control. When the appropriate sense or objects are presented before them, they will perceive them. They don't have a choice but to perceive them. If there is a tree in front of me, I'll see the tree. I'll see the greenness of the tree. So sense organs are not under control, the control of the doer, but organs of actions are very well under our control. If I want to raise my hand, I can raise. If I want to put it down, I can do it. If I want to walk in a particular direction, I can do it. Unless otherwise I have a serious physical issues. So two terms we have seen. One is Jnanendriya, that is called sense organs. The second one is Karmendriya, which is called organs of actions. Our sense organs are not under our control. They are based on the objects presented before them. Accordingly, they generate the perception. But organs of actions are our control. We are blessed with both Karmendriya and Jnanendriya. Assume that we have Karmendriyas, Jnanendriyas, I said they are all input devices, and Karmendriya are all output devices. Suppose we have only Jnanendriya, we don't have Karmendriya, then we don't have a choice, right? Whatever the objects before that, we will keep seeing that, right? We will not have any control over our sense organs, right? Suppose we have only Karmendriyas, we don't have Jnanendriyas, then there won't be any input. What to act upon that? So, both Karmendriyas and Jnanendriyas are very much important. That's why both are given to us. We need to use them judiciously. The mix of Karmendriya and Jnanendriya should be judiciously made. I'll give an example you will appreciate. More and more example if I give, more and more you will appreciate. Suppose you are watching a TV and the scene is very violent. You don't like to see the TV. But I said that when the eye is there, the object is presented, it will see, you can't control. But with the help of Karmendriya, you can control the input. How? You can use your hand, take the remote, put off the TV, particular channel, or you can change the channel, right? Or you can close your eyes, or if the voice is not okay, or you don't want to hear that, you can close your ears. The closing of the eyes or ears or using the remote control, they're all Karmendriya. So with the help of Karmendriya, you can regulate the input through the Jnanendriya. So the judicious mix is very much important. This is one thing is very important, because the input, once it goes into the mind, then it is stored inside. Like once you entered something in the computer, in the Google, lot of information, once it is entered, it goes into a database. The next time you put some keyword related to that, it will throw back all the information, right? Similarly, whatever the input we are taking through our sense organs, the similar incidents happening subsequently, then all these related incidents also will be brought forth. That is called thought. I'll give a computer analogy you will appreciate. In a Google search, if you put a keyword, any keyword, right, then it will bring all the information which is already stored in the database, it will bring forth. I'll give an example you will appreciate. I belong to Tamil Nadu. My district is Tirunelveli. My village name is Kallidai Kurchi. Suppose I key in Kallidai Kurchi, only Kallidai Kurchi in the Google. It will give all the information about Kallidai Kurchi. Be it good, bad, indifferent, it doesn't know. Whatever it has got, it will throw. How many wine shops are there in Kallidai Kurchi, how many temples are there, everything it will give. Similarly, when I use my Indriyas, sense organs, it is a keyword to the search engine called the mind, that the mind will throw out, bring forth all the information it has got in a fraction of a second. This keyword, whether you enter deliberately or unconsciously, still the output will come. One more example. Suppose I am walking along the road. In a tea shop, there is a song played, which I used to like very much. And I was not willingly listening. I was not paying attention to the listen the song. As I was walking, the tea shop guy played the song. Once that entered into my ears, I said that the sound, is not under the control of the doer. It is based on the objects. The information goes there. All the relevant, related feelings will come out. Suppose that the song which I listened to in the young age of mine, that time I was very happy, I was playing with my friends, everything. All this will come out. The mind will bring forth that. Because the keyword is that. So whatever the database is there, it will bring forth. Fadak. Fraction of a second. Suppose, so now we will introduce one more terminology. I said that the keyword is there. The search engine mind will bring forth whatever the information it has got. In the case of a human mind, if you are using the sense organs, that is the input, that is the keyword. When you use it, the mind will bring all related information about that. That is why you are able to make sense and make transaction, right? So whatever the information the mind is bringing forth, it is called thought, which is not in our control. Like I said that the sense organs, the functions of sense organs is not under control. Karmendriya, the function of actions of organ is under control. Similarly, once we entered, the output is not in our control. I'll give one more example. You have got a calculator. You are pressing 5 plus 3 is equal to. That is in your control. Once you press is equal to, it will come 8. 8 is not in your control. You cannot say the why 8 has come. Why it has come? Because you pressed 5 plus 3 plus is equal to. 3 is equal to, right? Similarly, once that the Indriyas are used in a particular way, the corresponding thing, what is stored in the mind will come out. That is called thought. So the thought is not in your hand. Whatever the name you want to give, I want to give the name thought. So the thought is not in the output of the mind. The name I am giving as a thought, whatever the name you want to give, that is not in our control. Then what is in our control? Coming back to the Kalide Kurchi example. Suppose I want to know when there is a function in a particular temple in Kalide Kurchi is going to happen. So I just put only Kalide Kurchi. I am searching all the information. Then one of the posting, the information about the date of the function in the temple is mentioned. So for all the output it has given, I decided to choose only, select that and use it for booking my travel tickets and travel arrangements, right? So the selection out of the various output, the selection from the various thoughts which the mind is bringing forth for using, for taking my action, external action, is called the selection. That is the function of the buddhi, the intellect, that is called thinking. Thought is the function of the mind, which is not in my hand, but the thinking is the function of my intellect, which is in my hand. So, the function of the sense organ is not in my hand, but the function of my organs of action is in my hand. The function of my mind, that is the output of the mind, is in my hand, but the function of the intellect, that selection from the output given by the mind for taking an external action is in my mind. Accordingly, I act. So what I see, that I know the dates, now I go and book the ticket, I book my staying arrangement there in Kalide Kurchi. So for doing the action, this mind is also required, the intellect is also required. Otherwise, where will you go for that data? Mind has got enormous data, and fraction of a second it will brings, so that it makes it possible to take action very fast. That's why knowledge is useful. Otherwise, the knowledge is waste, right? All the whatever we have been learning. So the judicious mix of karmendriya and jnanendriya is very much important for success and happiness. Similarly, the judicious mix of mind and intellect is also very important. Now the question comes, there are some people who are telling me, I have worries, and the worries constantly coming. You said that unless otherwise you have an input, there will not be an output. Input is in my hand control, output is not in my control. But worry, I will not put anything. No. I have not deliberately put anything for, so whether you deliberately do it or otherwise, in the case of the song, which when I was walking in the road, the tea guy, he played the song, it triggered the correspondence experience and feeling in my mind. So when the environment in which you are there could trigger some worry. Here what you need to understand is, the worry is a thought that is not in your hand. And also you need to understand one more knowledge is, every thought by its own nature, it will pass immediately within a second. Like a river water. If you stand in a river, the water is flowing all the time. You are not in the same water. The water is passing. The new water only touching your feet every time. Similarly, the thought keeps going. If you don't, what we do is, we are constructing a dam and stopping the water. Similarly, we keep thinking about it, deliberately giving a keyword, deliberately giving an input about the worry, okay, and that is that keeps up the worry. The keyword is again pressed in, because worry is a keyword. Why worry to me? So the worry word you are given. So the computer will give all the information related to the word worry. This worry is not going. Again the worry. The worry. So what happened? Every new thinking you are creating. Here you are doing thinking. It's not the thought. Deliberately you are thinking. Because of the thinking, it appears that worry is continuing. But every time the new thought comes, the river where you are standing appears to be the same water. No, the water is keep on changing. You are regenerating a particular input and getting a particular output. If you understand that if I don't do anything, every thought will pass by and I am only the witness of the thought, I am not the thought. If you are seeing a donkey, you are not the donkey, right? You are not the object of what you perceive. Similarly, the thought you perceive, you are not the thought. If you understand this, and also if you understand that the sense organs are not in my control, but the organs of actions are in my control, the functioning of the mind is not in my control, but the mind functioning of the intellect is in my control, and every thought will keep flowing, it will not remain more than a second. If you understand all this, you let go of the thought. But what we do unknowingly, we do that why me, why me, why me, that thinking which we deliberately create a corresponding thought. For every thinking, you have a corresponding thought. Then we are wondering why this worry is not going. The worry could be about your health, or your wife's health, or somebody's family's member health, or about money or relationship, anything else. You understand that why the worry appears to be continuing? Because we are willfully key in that word, worry, 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 worry. And the mind functions that whenever you key in the word, it will bring out all the information related to that. When I put the word Kalide Kurchi, all the information will come. And why I keep putting Kalide Kurchi and I am asking why this information is coming. Because it is stored. The mind stores everything in the mind. So, what should we do? We should, since we have understood this knowledge, the mind, what it stores, whatever the past input given by the Indriyas. Now, from now onwards, you have to understand input plus program is equal to output. Input is through the 5 sense organs. The program is nothing but the past input. That's what inside there. And because of that, you put a search engine, all the information, related information coming out. So, now you understand from now on, you can be very choosy, use your sense organs and you control it with your organs of action, Jnanendriya with Karmendriya. But what about the program? That question will come, right? If it is not coming, I am raising it. The programs are nothing but the past input only. So now from now onwards, if you are only gathering, using the sense organs for a functional input, okay, then that will be the data stored in. Next time when you give the keyword, this will appear first. So you can overpower the old input through the new input which is consistently used now onwards. The samskaras are overpowered and you will have new set of information. Till your old samskaras are not overpowered, you have to keep continuing doing this. This is called in spirituality called nididhyasanam. Abide in the knowledge. Once you know you are the consciousness, immediately you don't get the benefit. Why? Because the past samskaras are still operating and having control over you. So unless otherwise you keep on thinking about it, abiding in the knowledge. Like, see, doctor who are qualified, highly qualified doctor, they know the smoking is injurious. Okay? But they themselves smoke. Why? It's not the knowledge which is lacking, but the habit created in the mind, the data stored in the mind, that has to be overpied, the new data entering new functional data time and again, till it becomes stronger than the old one. Like, suppose you have a jar, you have a dirty water, you have to keep pouring good water. So the good water will replace all the bad water and what will remain is a good water. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to sum up saying what? Understand that how we use our sense organs are very important. So, be diligent. Even you see it for 2 minutes, it will be stored. You cannot say that only 2 minutes I am seeing it. And when you talk something nonsense, so though talking is a karmendriya, but you are hearing immediately. So, that's a jnanendriya, that's the input device. It will go in. So be very, very careful, alert what you speak, what you see, what you hear, because that will create the future thoughts. When you give a similar keyword or the environment is conducive to that, then you will get corresponding thoughts automatically, which is not in your control. So, one, understand that the sense organ should be very judiciously used. Second, thoughts will come and go all the time and that are not in my control. That is the function of the mind. Mind is very, very useful because it has got a lot of database which can bring very fast to us so that we can take appropriate action. We can deal with the world very effectively. That's why knowledge is useful. That's why we read, we go to school and learn knowledge, because that can be used whenever in future, whenever we want. Right? And third one is, thinking is different from thoughts. Thinking is whatever the mind presents to me, I choose whatever the information I want. Suppose the mind gives 5 output, none of them are useful, then what should I do? I should change my keyword. If 5 plus 3 is 8, but I want 9, what should I do? I should make it as 6 plus 3, right? So the mind is not giving what you want, change the keyword. That means use your indriyas, see something new, hear something new or relevant, then you will get that information, right? The search engine will help you. If you put, see, Kalede Kurchi 1, then if I put Kalede Kurchi particular temple, I will get more relevant information. And I will put Kalede Kurchi, that particular temple and the function in the month of so-and-so, I will get more and more relevant. Depending upon the keyword, you can keep on refining your keyword, adding it or changing the keyword, and appropriately the mind will give the output. And you can make use of that, right? So mind is a very good servant. You can make use of it. It's a good instrument. But we should know, this is the operating manual what I am sharing with you. Hope you will find it very useful. And please share it with your friends. Okay? And we'll keep traveling in this journey like this to empower ourselves and our life, so that the people who are around us, our kith and kin, our spouse, they will also be very happy. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Gurubhyo Namaha, Namo Namaha.